Here comes a new president, new beginnings, and new hopes, which can also bring volatile times. Many investors get spooked and begin to question their investments. But the thing to realize is that market volatility is inevitable, and it's a great opportunity to get in the stock market. No one at philsgang.com will tell you when the market correction is coming, and we will not promise you you're going to get rich, but we will guarantee you a good night's sleep. At philsgang.com, our number one goal is to inform investors who want to learn and invest in the stock market. We provide daily investment teaching strategies and the analysis of charting the stock market. You are informed around the clock with market webinars, market updates, working investor programs, and financial updates throughout the day. Plus, you'll enjoy the Phil's Gang customer service. Be prepared for market volatility and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your number one source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Here comes a new president, new beginnings, and new hopes, which can also bring volatile times. Many investors get spooked and begin to question their investments. But the thing to realize is that market volatility is inevitable, and it's a great opportunity to get in the stock market. No one at philsgang.com will tell you when the market correction is coming, and we will not promise you you're going to get rich, but we will guarantee you a good night's sleep. At philsgang.com, our number one goal is to inform investors who want to learn and invest in the stock market. We provide daily investment teaching strategies and the analysis of charting the stock market. You are informed around the clock with market webinars, market updates, working investor programs, and financial updates throughout the day. Plus, you'll enjoy the Phil's Gang customer service. Be prepared for market volatility and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know the stock market goes up 72% of the time? Then why is it that the retail customer, 80% of the time, have lost money? Because they don't know when to get out. And that's why I'm providing a product called my MV2 chart that solves that problem. It's always about when do I get out? That problem has been solved. Check it out, my MV2 chart. Don't miss it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
If you're a Phil's Gang member or a fan of the Phil's Gang Show, then you need the all-new Phil's Gang hat. Now available in a variety of colors and cool comfort styles for only $25. You can show your Phil's Gang pride with the stylish Are You Nuts hat or Phil's Gang logo hat. Don't wait. Go to philsgang.com and click on the shopping cart icon to order your hat today or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy or hold. If considering and presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money man. Money's coming to me. It sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
My argument is there's not going to be any economic rebound. There's not going to be any profit surge. And therefore, the market will, be repricing dramatically downward once it's clear that that's the case.
And what he's talking about is a correction in the stock market, which I've been talking about. It's going to happen during the summer. And we're going to get a correction of about 20 to 30%. And there's no question about it. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember, today's Valentine's Day, so make sure you get your Valentine something. Something. Oh, my God. And I did my Valentine, my wife. Valentine's a great day, isn't it? It's a terrific day. It really is. It's a fun day. But what isn't fun is when you listen to the Federal Reserve, the chairwoman, come out and just bold-faced lie to us. And that is why it's so important for Trump to get rid of Janet Yellen. She has learned from Obama that the cornerstone of course, his administration was lying. And she is carrying that sword for him to continue to lie. Listen to this in front of Congress today.
Labor market conditions have continued to improve. Further, there are also indications that wage growth is picking up.
Wage growth picking up? Let's see. In December, it was 4.4%. 0.4%. 0.4%. That was in December. January 2017, they revised it downward to 0.2%. Boy, don't spend all that money in one place either. Wages going up? Are you nuts? They're not going up. They haven't been going up for years. There's no capital investment. When you don't have capital investment, you're not producing more goods. If you're not producing more goods, you're not producing more wages. You're not producing more jobs. Listen to this.
Consumer spending has continued to rise at a healthy pace, supported by...
Whoa. Consumer spending is rising at a healthy pace? Is that what she said?
Consumer spending has continued to rise at a healthy pace, supported by steady income gains, increases in the value of households' financial assets and homes. Last year's sales of automobiles and light trucks were the highest annual total on record.
Yeah, and people are what? They're going bankrupt. They're going bankrupt with the cars. We've never seen so many cars going into foreclosure. The highest foreclosures ever in autos. This woman just can't tell the truth. She makes stuff up as she goes along. Consumer spending at a healthy pace? What are you, supported by income gains and wages? I just told you. Supported by what, 0.4% that was revised down to 0.2%? If that was the case, then why is it today fewer people are celebrating today, Valentine's Day, this year, than last year? They're spending a whole lot less, if that was the case. If that was the case, then why is it that major retailers are closing all over this country? If the consumer was so strong, why is Sears and Macy's all closing? Stores everywhere, if they were strong. Oh, I see. You close your store when your consumer is strong. You open them up when they're weak. What an idiot. Unbelievable. If consumers were still strong, then tell me this, B. Why are car sales declining? Compared to 2016, GM's down 21%, Ford's down 17%, Chrysler Fiat down 37% compared to a year ago. Toyota down 19%, Honda 10%, Nissan negative 9%. What are you, nuts? And also, why is it that consumer bankruptcies are up the most in 7 years? We haven't seen that since 2008. If things are so good.
Consumer spending has continued to rise.
Consumer rise? No, it's not rising. Here's what she doesn't tell you. What she tells you is consumers, they're not spending more. They're not spending more by choice. They're spending more because they have to, because goods are going up. The prices are going up. It's not by choice, but they don't tell you that. See, they don't tell you prices have gone up. Ham, 8.9%, or navel oranges, 10%, or boneless chicken, 11%, or clothes. Boy, have you gone to the clothing store lately? See prices going up? They're going up nuts. It's unbelievable. This is crazy. The fastest pace for clothing since May of 2016, 11%, 11.2% for a pair of socks. Are you kidding? But see, they're not buying more, consuming more. See, they don't never talk about units, do they? I want them to talk about the number of units that have been purchased. Oh, no. They just go on and say, oh, look at this. Things are good. They're spending more, but they're not telling you why. They're just paying more. Go look at spending at health and personal care stores going through the roof. Consumers are cutting back on anything that's not essential. They're cutting back. A friend of mine owns a retail store. He says it's incredible. They're only buying what's absolutely essential. The economy's growing at 1.5%. Trump walked into this terrible economy growing at 1.5%. Unbelievable.
Why is the economy growing so slowly?
So the economy's...
Listen to this. She's an educator from Harvard, from Yale, from Princeton, MIT, and Oxford. Listen to this person try to explain this educator. Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Oxford. Now listen.
Why is the economy growing so slowly?
So the economy's potential to grow is largely determined by the growth of the labor force and by productivity growth, output per worker. And labor force...
She has no idea what she's talking about.
Well, I haven't worked in a number of years, and I don't type and I don't take dictation, and I'm not very good at figures.
That's what she should have said.
Why is the economy growing so slowly?
Well, I haven't worked in a number of years, and I don't type and I don't take dictation, and I'm not very...
She should have been honest. What a dope. These people are just, they can't do anything but lie. Are you nuts? The economy's not growing? Why is it growing so slow? Because the income of median U.S. households, adjusted for inflation, is the same now as it was in 1988. That's right. If you adjust for inflation, you are not making any more now than you made in 1988. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Now, I'm talking about households. That's about $52,000. I'm not talking about individuals. That's household combined, 2 people. Another reason the economy is not growing because there's no capital investment. Without it, productivity doesn't increase. Without business spending, capital investment, you don't have new productivity. Productivity doesn't grow. You need new machinery, new technology to increase productivity. Therefore, wages then increase because people are producing more. They're producing less. That's not happening. And instead of putting it into capital investment, the money, the CEOs are taking it, putting it in their pocket, and they're doing stock options, and they're doing their own stock buybacks. That's another reason. She can't answer that because she can't tell the truth. That's why. We'll be right back. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Join now. It's only $39.95.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all material is archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. Don't worry, get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow. You need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Would you like to know how to secure your financial future? At philsgang.com, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang staff teaches and coaches you to build a successful investing plan to achieve your goals. philsgang.com gives you instruction on how to find low-risk, high-potential investing opportunities in the stock market. If you're new to the stock market and want to master the basics of stock investing and learn how to invest in stocks with little risk, then philsgang.com is your place. Learn from their extensive collection of educational videos about investing strategies and the analysis of charting. Every weekday, philsgang.com hosts live market webinars. They post market updates throughout the day. They have working investor programs and they provide financial updates throughout the day, and all material is archived. For only $39.95 a month, there is no other service like Phil's Gang offers. Start the new year off right. Secure your financial future with philsgang.com. Give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
Hey, Kramer. Hey, I just wanted to see what you thought about CHK, Chesapeake.
Okay, I think it's the year of natural gas. People just don't realize it yet because you've had such warm weather, and I do think that Chesapeake is a buy right here at 6.
So he thinks that Chesapeake is a buy right here because it's warm weather. Really? That's why you buy a stock, because it's weather? Boy, that's great financial advice, isn't it? Why would anybody listen to Jim Cramer with that kind of advice? The weather is warm, so I think it's a great buy right here. Because he's on TV, it's a great buy right here. They believe it. Anytime you're going to buy a stock, why don't you put it on a chart to identify if the institutions are coming in and buying? Why don't you identify if the nine are buying? The 5 big hedge funds are buying. The largest banks aren't buying. The biggest hedge funds aren't buying. The 401ks aren't buying. The pension funds aren't buying. Why would you buy? Could you listen to this dope? So let's take a look at it. Are you kidding? All right. So let's go back to Chesapeake. You don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to know what it does. You don't have to know. Stock turned green on November 21, around $6.12, turned green. It had a nice run, and all of a sudden it turned red. So she turned green, beautiful, had a 23% gain, and then it told you the institutions are pulling their money out. So when you went to bed, you did not have to worry about, I hope my broker's going to call me. Hope my planner's going to call me. I hope the guy's taking care of my 401s going to adjust our stocks. You don't have to worry about it anymore. In fact, if you have a 401k, you should have a chart so that you know what's going on, how they're screwing you. Other than taking $250 million a day out of all your 401ks because they're burning and churning and they're doing all kinds of trading behind your back, and they're taking all those trades and hiding in a net asset value so you can't ever find them. But let's take a look at this. So all of a sudden it drops. And it drops down 7%. And Cramer tells you to buy while the institutions are pulling their money out. Isn't that ridiculous? The stock dropped 19%. And he tells the person to buy it because it's warm weather. Isn't that stupid? But again, the most important thing why you want to use my chart, use the technicals on my chart, because it tells you when to sell. It's no gimmick. It's not a gimmick. I know it sounds like one when I tell you it's red, you sell, green you buy, but it's not. It's technology. Technology we didn't have years ago. It's a color technology that tells you, that follows the big institutions, that follows Citibank, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, when they're buying and when they're taking money out. What a beautiful thing. It's just incredible, isn't it? Here's another one.
Yeah, hi there, Jim. I'm looking at Priceline.com. It's why are you looking? What buy? This is one of my long-term recommendations. I think it remains a terrific situation. I don't get the let's say the derision that the company faces each time it reports a quarter. It's good stock.
How does he know it's a good stock? Nobody knows it's a good stock. Nobody knows. Okay, so he tells him to get into the stock. Now, this stock has already gone up. Get this, from $999 to $1,636. So it's gone up 63%. So he's telling you to get into the stock now. Are you out of your mind? Are you kidding? I mean, this. Why would you buy one share of this stock at $1,636? Because he says so? Now, the time to have gotten into the stock was when the shares were $1,514. That's when it turned from red to green. That was back in January 2017. That's when you should have got in. You don't get in when it's at 1,657. That's crazy. Get in when it turns from red to green. Isn't that ridiculous? So now you're just going to get in that stock and you're going to get killed. Maybe it keeps going up, but you'll never know when to get out. See, that's the thing. You're never going to know when to get out. That's the difference with being a Phil's Gang member, because you're going to know when to get out. You're not going to know when to get out. You're not going to know. Your planner's not going to know. Your money manager's not going to know. If we dug up J.P. Morgan, he'd second the motion. He's not going to know when to get out. But we're going to know by a simple technical chart. It just tells you. You don't have to know anything. Just if you know what red is. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? It's unbelievable. So here's my number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I'm not telling you I know everything. I'm not telling you I'm going to make you rich. I'm telling you you're going to get a good night's sleep. I'm telling you for the first time ever again, you can get finally back into the stock market. It's an incredible stock market, an unbelievable stock market. But this time you're going to know when to get out. Try it for 30 days. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Now, talking about this market, Trump needs to get out in front, not just in front of his 2,000.8% Trump rally, which he should say since election night. Remember, since election night, he should get out in front of that and say, wait a minute. Please, people, I have not changed what I have said all along, that this rally is a big, bad rally. It's an ugly bubble that's going to pop. He's got to get out in front of it, because if he doesn't and he keeps taking credit, when this thing implodes, they're all going to look to him and blame him. Trump needs, before it's too late, to point the blame of the upcoming 30% stock market correction right now directly to Obama, because Obama is responsible for it. He needs to stop getting out there and say the Trump rally. He should get out and say, don't call this the Trump rally. This is not my rally. I came in here in January 20th. Today's February 14th, not even a month yet. I didn't create the crash that's coming, but I'm going to create an incredible market. I'll create an incredible America. America will be great again, but we're going to have to go through some pain, because the way he left the market and the way he left the lack of savings, it's going to be tough to invest, and I'll talk about that when I get back. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now. They're on the phone, and it will tell you when it's red to get out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart as low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. If you're a Phil's Gang member or a fan of the Phil's Gang Show, then you need the all-new Phil's Gang hat. Now available in a variety of colors and cool comfort styles for only $25. You can show your Phil's Gang pride with the stylish Are You Nuts hat or Phil's Gang logo hat. Don't wait. Go to philsgang.com and click on the shopping cart icon to order your hat today or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, or 877-600-4264. That's 600-4264. They're waiting for your call. Try it. Just try it for 4 weeks. It works. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to make you rich. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you for the first time in your life, you can get in. Here, give you an example. We did this with GE. And GE has started to turn green. So the institutions were buying. We could see that on October 21st, 2016. Beautiful. Money was coming in. The stock went up on GE, a 12%. We had a 12% return. Then all of a sudden, it turned red. It started to turn red at around 31.87. It started to turn red right around December 19th. So we got in. Remember, right around October 20th, it turned red. Isn't that nice? It turned red on December 18th. That gave us a 12% return, but it told us, hey, you better get out. And guess what? The stock was still going up, but it was red as it was going up. That's incredible. Think of that. Just think of that in itself. The stock continued to go up, but it turned red. Most people would be adding to their position, buying more of the stock. It was going up. Instead, it turned red, so it went up. It's told us not only do not get in it, don't you stay away from it, take your money. And then it dropped, and it dropped about 8%. You would have gave up 8%, but that doesn't happen anymore. Try it. Just join the gang. Try it for 4 weeks. Become a gang member. See how we use the chart. And then if you want to get the chart, get it. All right? Here's the number again. 877-600-GANG. All right. I want to finish up. This is so important. But first of all, listen to this. These are the people who are in charge of this country. Listen to Janet Yellen, how stupid this woman is. Listen to this. This is just unbelievable.
My colleagues on the FOMC and I expect the economy to continue to expand.
Then she says,
the economic outlook is uncertain.
So our colleagues look for the economy to expand, but the economic outlook is uncertain. So what the hell is it? She doesn't know. She has no clue. I have no clue. You have no clue. Nobody has no clue. The only thing we know when a stock goes up, that people have the clue, are the banks, are the insurance companies, the hedge funds, the pension funds, who all buy that stock at the same time together. They collude and buy it together. And all I want to know is when they're buying it turns green, and then when they get out, so I can sleep like a baby at night. But here's what we need to have Trump do. Trump needs, before he gets in trouble, he needs, before it's too late, to point the blame on the upcoming 30% stock market crash directly on Obama's shoulders. Trump needs to point out why it's going to implode. Because to make America great again, he needs to make investments. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, airports, all that. He needs to build the military back up. And those investments come from where? Savings. But Obama didn't leave him any savings. He needs to point this out. That under Obama administration, Obama not only disincentivized people so they would not work, like subsidizing Obamacare and tell them to go home and play the piano. He also, that caused wages to be stagnant. Wages didn't go up under Obama. They were stagnant. And caused the most important thing to happen, savings to dry up, which is needed for the investment to make America great again, which is infrastructure, airports, all that. You got to have savings. If there's no savings, we can't fix the roads. We can't invest in the infrastructure. We can't build our military back up. We can't do tax cuts. So he's got to stand up right now and say, I appreciate this market going up. I appreciate all the enthusiasm, but this market's going to implode because here's what I have to do. I am going to make these investments. But guess what? When I make these investments, we're going to be running a deficit because there's no savings. Meaning, when I make these investments, there's no savings for me to use to invest. That means I have to go borrow the money. I have to go print the money. But we need it. We need new airports, new roads. We got to build our military. What are you talking about? We need these investments. We need tax cuts. So the problem is our trade deficit's going to go up. Our spending deficit is going to go up. We're going to be running deficits. And because we're running deficits, the market is going to tank. So we're going to go through some pain. But I'm going to tell you that now. And it's Obama's fault. Because he never grew the economy. He never grew savings. All he did was grow welfare. The only people who benefited, he grew the stock market okay. He financially engineered the stock market okay. It rallied for 234%. He front-loaded the stock market because what he did, he engineered zero interest money. How did he get the zero interest money? Because he stole $850 billion a year from savers by lowering their savings and CD rates to less than a quarter of a point. That's right. He stole their money. He dropped it from 5% down to a quarter of a point. With that $850 billion, he could then subsidize, have the federal rate loan at zero interest, free money to his pals, the 1 percentile, Elon Musk, Brim, Warren Buffett, Steve Cohen, Carl Icahn, Ronald Perlman, George Kaiser, on and on and on and on and on. All his buddies on Wall Street, they could loan him 0% money because he could subsidize that free money by stealing $850 billion out of savings every year. That's what he did. What happened with those people, his pals, a small segment of the population, the 1 percentile? Well, guess what? They squirreled away $6 trillion in gains. Well, what happened to Main Street? Oh, Main Street, their wages were stagnant. Their wages never went up. Their personal savings went down because he stole the money. Wages stagnant, savings down, their net worth dropped by 33%. While the wealthy squirreled away $6 trillion that should have been in savings. It's not. Can you imagine? So that $6 trillion, if that was in savings, then Trump would have that money to invest into new roads and highways and airports, into the military, into tax cuts. But he's going to have to do it, but we're going to have to take pain. See, so here's the problem. Turning this economy around is like turning around the Queen Mary instead of a speedboat. And he should tell them, this is going to take a long time. I will turn this around. I will get this done. But I'm facing March 15th. I got to raise the debt ceiling. And McCain hates me. The Republicans hate me. The Democrats hate me. They're going to try to stop me. By the time I get that debt ceiling through, it's going to be already by May or June. I feel terrible. I feel terrible because I think I may have, by accident, got you so enthusiastic. You thought this was, I know you elected me for change. And by accident, I made it sound like it was going to change in 30 days. It's not. Nothing. You're going to see no change for at least 18 months because we're going to have to go through a correction because there was no savings. If there was a savings for me, if Obama kept the savings and increased wages, but he didn't. He didn't increase wages. He didn't have the CEOs put money into the economy, into the company to increase wages. No. So we're going to have this. But when we come out of this recession, 18 months from now, we're going to have a 4 to 5% economic growth. We'll be putting on 300,000 good jobs a month, paying $54. But you got to stick with me for a whole 18 months. He's making a mistake. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. And he's going to get blamed for the crash. We'll be right back. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a a longtime Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. If you're a Phil's Gang member or a fan of the Phil's Gang Show, then you need the all-new Phil's Gang hat. Now available in a variety of colors and cool comfort styles for only $25. You can show your Phil's Gang pride with the stylish Are You Nuts hat or Phil's Gang logo hat. Don't wait. Go to philsgang.com and click on the shopping cart icon to order your hat today or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart as low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. And wherever you get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow, you need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance that the market's going to collapse for your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're closing the show out here. I just want you to at least, I'm reaching out to try to get you to try the gang for 4 weeks, that's all. And you'll see it works. You'll see it works. Because what I really want you to do is be comfortable when the stock market starts going down. But until then, they're going to keep running this market up and up and up, all on this fantasy, this terrific fantasy that Trump's going to be doing all this stuff. That's what Wall Street does. Wall Street lives on a fantasy. They always have, on stories.
Wall Street can be deceiving. Well, I think Wall Street is distinctly different than every other part of the economy because Wall Street, in the end, deals in fantasies. They trade in the promise. And when the trading and the promises get completely out of hand, and Wall Street is really just dealing in phantoms, that's where the danger
That's where the danger comes. It's always been that way. And that's why you get out of the market. Because it's always fantasy. Every story you hear, why you should buy this stock, why you should buy that stock. Isn't it a fantasy? Isn't it a fantasy every time you hear a story about buying a stock? Isn't it?
And one word for those shoveling out of the Northeast this past week, snowblowers. Toro up 20% 2017.
Here you go. Look at a snowblower. So it snows out, and they tell you what? Hey, start buying a snowblower. There you go. This guy says this every weekend. It's going to be up 20%. It's going to be up 20%. Really? Here's what you would have wanted to do. It turned from red, it turned green at 47.77. And then it turned red at $53. See? You would have 10% return, but the important thing, you would have got out. Now he's telling you to get back in again. It just turned red. It's been red when he told you to get in. Turned green today. How does he know it's going to go up 20%? But here's the point. They're always using a story. They get you excited by stories. There's no story here with me. I don't really care what the company does. What do I care? I don't care. I mean, what? I have no story for you. Why should I have a story for you? That's not what we do here. And when this market collapsed, and it's going to collapse because nobody's talking about it. There is no savings in this country for him to take in all that savings and invest in what he's going to do. He's got to borrow money. He's got to print money. That means inflation. That means the dollar goes down. That means there's inflation with a low dollar. That means we got to buy oil from overseas because we're not oil independent. That means the oil that we're bringing in, plus all the other imported goods, are very expensive for us. That kills us. This is going to be a tough hole to turn this around. We don't have savings. So that means that we're going to have trade deficits, spending deficits, budget deficits. That's if they raise the debt ceiling on the $20 trillion. But let's say they do. Our deficits are going to all climb, and the market's going to collapse. There's no way it can't collapse unless he does quantitative easing. He's not going to do that because he knows quantitative easing is the worst thing in the world, because when you keep interest rates low for 8 years, you destroy the economy because only a few people get rich. He's not going to do that. So here's the key. You're not going to make money on Social Security. You can make money with your 401k, but you got a chance to make some real money in the stock market. You just got to be assured. I'm not going to assure you. I'm not going to promise you anything. But the chart will assure you. The more you use it, the more you're going to say, hey, this thing does work. I thought it was a joke. He's right. It does work. I thought it was a total joke. So when you see Goldman Sachs, all of a sudden the stock, Goldman Sachs has gone up from, and this is our stock. Goldman Sachs went up from $161 and it went up to $240 and it turned red. That's a 49% gain. But let's say you only got a 25% gain. It doesn't really matter if you got a 40%, 25%, 30%, 10%. It doesn't matter. What's important is not how much you made. What's important is you can say, I got out. I knew when to get out. But here's the key. When the market implodes because we don't have enough savings for the investment that Trump needs to give us to make America great again, which he's got to borrow or print, and the market's going to implode when he does that. There's no getting around it. It's going to implode. But now you can say, you know what? I think I'm going to make money on the way down. Because if it turns red, why am I getting out? I should just hit the button that says, sell short. I don't even know what that means. But I don't have to know what it means. So if it's at $230 and it turns red, and it goes down to $130, I just hit the button that says buy to get out. I made my money. Look, I can't guarantee you a thing. I will guarantee you this, though, a good night's sleep. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, and I don't even sell pillows. I don't sell pillows. I sell a simple chart. It's so simple. But I'm going to tell you again, if you don't believe, if you believe this market's going to just keep going up every day like it's been going up for 8 years, and then when Trump got elected, it keeps going up every day, or I should say every week because you have a couple down days, but this market doesn't even drop 5%. This market doesn't even drop 5%. Look, the sad part is when we had this entire rally for 8 years, the market went up 230%. Nobody got wealthy except a very small segment of the population. Main Street didn't get wealthy. They got screwed big. Think about that. Main Street got nothing. So the 1 percentile, their fortune went up by $6 trillion because the market was front-loaded. It was rigged with this free money. How did they get it to be free? How come money's free? How'd they do that? Because they said, well, we'll give money to our friends, to Main Street, to the 1 percentile. We'll give all our friends money. We'll give Steve Cohen money. We'll give George Kaiser of Solandra. He was Obama's big pal. Let's give him a couple $1 million free. Soros, let's give him free money. He always helps me out. And these guys made $6 trillion, but there's nothing in savings. See, if Trump's got to get in front of this, he's got to get in front of it. But even if he doesn't, look, do this. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Join the gang. I'm reaching out to you. I'm trying to tell you, look, this works. The market will implode because no matter what gains we get in cutting the deficits, I hear Trump saying he's going to cut the deficits, which we all want to do. But the trade deficit he's talking about, what does it matter? No matter how many times he cuts the trade deficit, whatever he saves is outweighed by the higher cost of the imported oil because we have to, every time he borrows money because there's no savings, every time he prints money because there's no savings, that money, because he borrows it or prints it, that dollar becomes weaker. And when the dollar becomes weaker, it inflates. So we export our money all over the world because you need U.S. currency to buy oil. So when we buy oil, we're buying 87.9 million barrels a day of oil. We're buying 9 billion barrels a day of gasoline at terribly high prices. So even if we save money on our trade deficit, if we saved one day 23 million, we gave it all back because we had to pay too much for oil until he gets oil independent. But we couldn't do that under Obama. He did everything to kill fracking. He took 95% of oil leases away from federal lands. 95% of the leases he took away. He didn't want us producing oil. Trump is going to be a good president, but he's got to stop getting into these stupid battles with these stupid things. Like he's still battling over the immigration cards, and he's got to get back to building America great. And how do you do that? By getting these investments going, by getting into Congress, say you got to raise the debt, you got to raise the limit, you got to get me up to 25 trillion. You got to trust me. In the meantime, we can't control that. But what we can control, when the stock market goes up, we can get out in time. 877-600-GANG. Get out in time. 877-600-GANG. Believe it when I tell you that.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.